What would you say if I took these $200 and lit them on fire every month? Would you think I'm insane? This is exactly what an average North American does every month. Do I have your attention? Good. Hi, my name is Jessica. Welcome to the channel. This is where we talk all things money. I promise we don't burn money often, but we do talk about it. I upload a new video every Thursday sharing with you my own path to financial independence. Now back to burning money. An average North American literally throws away $200 every single month. Now, we're not talking about your lattes, we're not talking about money you spend somewhere where you actually get something back. This is pretty much like burning money. I knew this was an issue, but as I started to do research, the numbers blew my mind. The first category, first of five, is bank fees. An average North American spends $300 a year in bank fees. We're talking about overdraft protection. We're talking about just your service fees, just your good old service fees that you pay to a bank for the privilege of having them use your money. That's right. This does not include the actual overdraft charges should you actually go into the negative, the money that they're going to charge you, how they're going to penalize you. This fee does not include that. These are just your basic vanilla fees. When was the last time you looked at your fees? When was the last time you actually changed your banks? It's so interesting that most of us never change banks. Whatever bank that most of us start with when we're teenagers or when we're young, we tend to stay with those banks, and those banks take full advantage of that. So make sure you do your homework. And even if you think that it's just $10 here and there, it doesn't cost you anything. But when you accumulate all of that money over a lifetime, that's a lot of money. And not only that, it's about having the right mindset. You have to start thinking about respecting your money, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. If you don't take care of your $10 expenses, you are not going to take care of your $100 expenses. So make sure you pay close attention to your bank fees. Here's a fun fact for you. In 2020, banks in the US alone collected $12.4 billion in overdraft fees, and they're poised to collect $30 million for 2021. Yeah, they don't need any more of your money. You better hold on to it. The second place an average person burns a lot of money is in interest charges. An average American spends $1,100 a year just in interest fees every single year. This mostly comes from credit cards. When you don't pay your credit card in full every single month, you're just making monthly payments, you are barely paying enough money to cover your interest. This is why it's so important to get out of debt as quickly as possible. Then, if you're going to continue to use credit cards, which is fine, just make sure that you make your full payment. Pay your credit card off completely every single month. If you think you can't do that, or if that's just not your personality, then don't use credit cards. Then you can always use debit cards, or you can use cash. The third place we burn money is in late fees. Late fees now come from not paying your bills on time. So we're not talking about credit cards now, we're just talking about other household bills where if you don't pay by the due date, every single day or every single month, you keep adding more and more interest charges to that, or more and more late fees, which is different from our previous point. The other place within the late fees is on taxes. When we pay taxes late, there is a huge amount of late fee that is attached to that. That's government's way of charging you interest. So that's another couple $100 a year that an average person spends in late fees that you absolutely don't need to. The fourth place most of us burn money is in unused subscriptions. Unused being the operative word here. We're not talking about subscriptions that you actually use. So there's a study done that an average American spends $350 a year on unused subscriptions. This is anywhere from Spotify to Apple Music to Amazon Music to Amazon Prime and Hulu and Netflix and whatever other apps. So $350 a year on unused subscriptions. The fifth and final way we burn money is throwing away food. Now, this is a very interesting category. According to a 2019 report done by Environment and Climate Change Canada, an average Canadian throws away 79 kilograms of food per capita per year. Not per family, per capita. That's per person. In the US, it's a little bit less. It's 60 kilograms per capita per year. And in the UK, it's 77 kilograms per capita per year. We waste 2.94 million metric tons of food a year. Imagine that. I did a quick calculation using StatCan website. They've got all of the latest food prices from 2021. So I used the averages from their website based on the amount of food cost per item. They've actually got quite a detailed list of what each food costs. So I didn't go through the line by line bit there, but I just took an average. I took out some of the most expensive items because they tend to be the anomaly, but just an average food price. It came out to about $5.50 per kilogram. So just to be even more conservative, give ourselves a break, let's just use $5, simple math, $5 per kilogram of food. So if each person throws away 79 kilograms of food per year using $5 per kilogram, that's $400 of food that we throw away, each one of us, every single year. If you've been keeping track, we're just over $2,400 wasted every single year for each one of us. $2,400 a year. That's $200 a month. So these are the things we're not getting anything in return for. This is not your latte. This is not your eating out. This is literally money going in the garbage, or we're burning this money. $200 a month. Now, two things I want you to remember when it comes to this $200 a month, because you could say, okay, $200 a month, that's not bad. Now, $200, if you live in Canada, you would have had to earn anywhere from $300 to $400 a year, depending on your tax bracket. You would have had to earn at least $300 a year, if not more, to take home the $200. So you would have had, so just multiply that by your hourly wage. How many hours would you have to work? Not only that, if you took that $200 a month, invested it at the rate of 8% return, in 5 years, you would have $15,000. In 10 years, you would have $37,000. So this is literally your future $37,000. That's what this $200 a month is worth. And we're not even talking about a ton of different ways where people waste money. We just looked at 5 categories. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section below and tell me, are you guilty of one of these? Or what other ways do you think people waste money or people burn money? I would love to hear from you. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video useful, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.